Narcissistic individuals are very good at taking everyday language that people can use and say and manipulating it to their advantage. And with a narcissist, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour, and their words rarely to never match their actions. So a few untrustworthy things that a narcissistic person will say to lead you into that false sense of security with them. And one of the first of these is "I promise." Now, when something's happened, you can just turn around to someone and say, "I promise we'll do this tomorrow." And then for whatever reason, some unforeseen circumstances happen and you can't, and you have to let them down, and you will feel bad for letting them down, and you will say, "I promise I'll make it up to you." And then you find a way to make it up to them and show good on the promise that you made to them. With a narcissistic person, they promise you something in the future to get their needs met in the present, and once their needs have been met in the present, when it comes to the future, they turn around and claim, "I never said that. You must be imagining things. Well, if you hadn't have done this, then I'd have done that." They will make promises consistently to then break the promise, because once their needs have been met, they're no longer interested. They lack the empathy to care. It simply does not bother them. It doesn't affect them. What affects them is when they don't get what they want from you. When they turn around and claim, "I never got that message. You never told me that." We can have situations in life with data and Wi-Fi where you send a message and the other person, for whatever reason, doesn't receive it, or someone sends you a message and you don't receive it. However, it will come through eventually, or you'll see it on the other person's phone and be like, "Oh yeah, you did. I'm sorry, it's just not come through. Oh, it's come through now." Or you can genuinely, someone can say you said something that you know you didn't say. You'd be like, "I never said that." You can then feel like you're the one that's gaslighting, but if you genuinely didn't say it, you didn't say it. Or you can misremember and mishear, which a narcissist will use against you and claim that you misremember or misheard. And someone can have not said anything, but "Oh, I'm sure." But it's a one-off situation. With a narcissist, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour, and it's usually done in a method where they can get out of doing something. They can turn around and say, "I didn't do that." Now, when someone definitely didn't do something and says they didn't do that, it's because they didn't do that. With a narcissist, they will definitely do something. You can have facts and evidence and they'll still claim, "I didn't do that." And then you feel bad for calling them out. They can turn around and say, "Trust me, I'm only thinking about you," when they're going all out to sabotage you and ruin you. "Trust me, I only have your best interests at heart," which is far from the truth when it comes to a narcissist. They don't have your interests in heart. They do not have your interests at heart in the slightest, because they have their own. They're invested in their own needs and getting their own needs met by exploiting you. Now, when you meet someone and they've had toxic people in their past, and they have got those trust issues due to having their trust broken so many times, and you're trying to repair it with them, you can say, "You can trust me." However, you will then go on to prove that you are a trustworthy person. You'll be honest with them. You'll explain things to them. You'll take the time to try and understand them. A narcissistic individual will take no time to try and understand you. They'll just accuse you of having trust issues, of being the problem. I will always be there for you. As much as you want to always be there for someone that you care about, there can be times where you might not be there. However, with a narcissistic individual, they will claim they will always be there for you, and then when you need them the most, they will leave you. They disappear on you. They discard you. They shower you with attention, affection and support when they want something from you. And then when you're going to see your friends and family and it's not convenient for them because they feel like they're being abandoned and you're not serving them or giving them the attention, they ghost you. They fall silent on you. They refuse to communicate with you. "I'll pay you back." Now, we can all end up on hard times and ask to borrow money and say we'll pay them back. And then when we've got that money, do our best to make sure we do pay them back and admit that we owe them money and we're still trying. However, with a narcissistic individual, they'll ask to borrow something, they'll claim that they will pay you back, and then when it comes to paying you back, they'll just never mention it. And if you bring it up, they're going to make you feel so guilty for daring to bring it up. Oh, you know what a terrible time I'm having? I said I'd pay you back. I will pay you back. Or they'll forget all about it. You never gave me that. You never loaned me that. What are you on about? Oh, I thought we were equal. I thought everything was shared. I didn't realise you were keeping score. So they make you feel bad. And then when you get to a point where you recognise their behaviour, so they come and ask you and say, I promise I'll pay you back, and you say no, they get offended that you won't loan them something. They believe that you're the problem in the relationship. Just like narcissistic parents, be it the male or the female, you usually have, when one is narcissistic, one parent goes all out to buy all the clothes, all the toys, all the activities, while the other parent goes all out to avoid any form of responsibility, often while blaming the parent that does, yet expecting the parent who does to provide everything for them, to send the children with everything. And when they send the children with everything, the narcissistic parent fails to return anything. So then when the healthy parent says, no, I can't afford to keep replacing this stuff, I do not have the financial ability to keep replacing, I can't keep sending it, it doesn't come back, the narcissist then plays the victim. They won't even let their children bring. The narcissist is always looking to play the victim to get away with their behaviour. So they always say they'll pay you back, or they'll do this, that and the other. And as soon as you stand your ground with them, they get offended, they play the victim, they smear your name and make you look like you're the problem in the relationship. They go all out to make your boundaries look like the issue, rather than their lack of respect for your boundaries to be the issue. I never lie to you. Well, that's a lie within itself, because narcissistic individuals tend to be chronic liars. You can be stood there and they can tell you an exaggerated story of how they were working away and everything they did in front of their family, and then you can find out that they were never working away at all. They will happily lie to you, to your face, and as they lack the empathy to care, they can tell these lies so convincingly well. I was just looking out for you, when they're going all out to sabotage you, yet they claim they're just looking out for you to make out that you're the one with the problem and not them. I swear I'll change, or I swear I'll change this time. Even ourselves, when you've been with a narcissist, they slowly change who you are over time till you are a shell of your former self and can no longer recognize yourself, and you're full of anxiety and full of depression, believe that you're going crazy, and then they tell you you're the one with the mental issues as you're trying your hardest to stay afloat and serve them, walking on eggshells and trying to bring that nice person back that idolized you. That change happens over time. And then when the relationship ends, recovery, that change happens over time. A narcissist expects you to believe, and they sell it so well, that they've changed overnight. They've seen the light. They've seen the error of their ways. Only once they've got you where they want you, they revert back to who they are, with their manipulation and their deception, their betrayals and their lies towards you. And then they come back and say, I swear I'll change this time. Only they never actually change. They change their lies, they change their manipulation, they change their partners. They do not change their true selves. It's a pattern of behaviour where they idolize, they devalue, they offer that intermittent reinforcement, they replace you, they discard you, they smear your name, they hoover you back in. And they've usually got 5 or 6 people at once that they are literally juggling. Someone's in that idolization stage with them. Someone's in that devaluation stage with them. Someone's in that discard stage with them. someone's in that smear campaign, that Hoover, and the narcissist will play those people off against each other oh so well that they all hate each other and believe the narcissist is the most amazing person they've ever met, and they must do all they can to get that nice person back who actually isn't that nice. They're highly toxic, manipulative and destructive. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and a book on how to create physical, psychological and emotional boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.